Okay, so this will be Anton against Martyna.
Yeah, it will be Anton Frank against Martyna Starosta. Their games are starting in about a minute now.
I'll search up one of their accounts. Oh, wait, what was her account name? Because I forgot the Anton's.
Yeah, so we're...
Okay, here it is. Right. Nice. That's good.
Yeah, we hope that everything works with the sound also. I should probably check that. Yeah, it seems to.
Alright.
It seems to be working, so...
I guess I'll just refresh until they've started playing.
Yeah, they will start playing in any second. Now, what are your expectations for this match?
Oh, they've started playing. Okay, alright. So yeah, Anton is white. Okay, yeah. Look from here.
Right.
He's playing. Oh, he's playing from Antonus apparently. So he's playing the London. All right.
Yeah, such a nice, exhilarating start to the match.
Okay, but it's very typical Anton's fashion. He loves playing the London in Blitz and the Bullet, from what I know.
He learns excessive amounts of opening theories just to play the London.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were him, but it seems to work out for him.
Yeah.
You know? He has obviously one of the lower rated players in the tournament, but he has an insane progress over the last.
Yeah.
He started out with chess in 2021, I think,
so.
And he's already, as you can, you can't see that, but he's already on 2015 in Elo or something.
What? 2015?
2050?
Oh, yeah.
2050?
I mean, not right now, but he
has been there
reached
at least.
a live rating above 2100, higher rated than me even. But yeah, then he lost against me, and ever since then his rating has plummeted while mine gone up. It's kind of a joke, but yeah, I'm sure that he's gonna get a very high rating soon. Okay, is this still opening theory? Because I'm pretty sure I've had this position actually.
I don't know, but I kind of dislike this bishop b5. It's kind of like...
It's also a very common idea, because usually you do that to remove the bishop, like pin the knight on c6 to control the e5 square more. It's a very common idea, but usually you want to do that after they played b6. Yeah, because now you can always recapture with the b pawn. Yeah,
and also the thing is, if you give up this bishop, which he has done, then he's playing a London system, which is basically meant for the d3 bishop, but he has no d3 bishop, so... and also, black does not really have any structural problems, because she will take on d4, and she will follow that up with c5 at some point, after which black is just going to have the two bishops and a nice game. So I would kind of be happy if I were black, to be honest, because I have, first of all, bishop a6 played, forcing rook e1, and then I can consider knight d7, challenging that knight. And then also I'm getting the move f6, so you're not really winning the e5 square. I don't really see what white is doing with this, because usually like the entire London is based on getting a bishop to d3, but now I feel like the knight landed on e5 prematurely, and indeed she has played knight d7 as I suggested, and now I'm not saying white is worse, but there's definitely some pressure on white to find the good plan here.
Maybe you can... Can you take on d7 here, and then...
Yeah, I would be intrigued to do that.
Because you're attacking on f8, so you have to take on d7, I think.
And then you can swap, and then...
Maybe actually, e4? Or?
I think you should swap, and then you should go knight b3, and then you have a nice game, actually. So maybe concretely he can manage to solve his problems now. Actually, what even happens then? Because knight b3, you have to take on d4. I take with the c pawn, and I bring the rook, and I have tremendous position. That is definitely, in that case, probably knight d7 that was played here was a bit inaccurate, since it allowed this trade. But I'm not sure why he's thinking now.
Yeah, now I feel like it should be pretty obvious to take on d6, right? I don't see anything else. I mean, sure, if you want to control the e5 square even more, you can just Oh, okay, so he takes on c5.
Yeah, I was considering that, but I think that's just a mistake because you give up some squares and black is gonna have f6 in the long run. So I'm definitely not a big fan of this move.
Okay, so will white maybe go e4 or like try to?
Yeah, I suppose so. But e4 opening up for this, but like it's just not positionally justified to do this. Actually, this is a really poor decision if he does not have anything concrete to support it with, like maybe b4 or knight b3 or something.
Yeah, I mean that idea might be interesting.
Yeah, you have to do something because if you allow f6 e5, then I don't know what you're doing really.
Yeah. I mean, clearly this knight b3 move is just a worse version of taking on d6 and then playing knight b3.
Yeah, exactly, because now you can probably drop here as well, but bishop b6 is played and f6 and e5 is coming in. How do you stop that?
I don't know.
And this knight is kind of offside. You can never go here. And okay, so probably you should play the pawn to a4 now.
I mean, you want the c5 square for white, so maybe a4 then a5.
Actually, a4 is not so bad because I mean the black pieces are kind of misplaced. Maybe you should have gone with that bishop to e7 instead, just to keep more control over c5. a4 is not actually a bad idea. I'm not sure. Okay, but queen f3 is.
I mean, it's also an idea.
Yeah, but what is the point after f6?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
You kind of have to.
Where is this queen going?
Yeah, f6. What if? I mean, what are you gonna do?
Is he gonna put the queen here to try to stop e5?
That doesn't work because you can just play queen e7 and there's no.
Yeah, but queen e7. Maybe you can go e4.
True.
And then if e5 you can take. But yeah, I agree. It's
so we have
f6. Yeah, we have f6. Maybe he's gonna trade.
But e4, e5. I was thinking.
Yeah,
and then
e3. Maybe you can drop
d4 then.
Okay, he's done to.
Okay, so
he does something similar, yeah. But okay, queen f3 in order to force f6, which was a move black wanted, and then queen g4. Does not feel like the right solution.
I mean, they are both low on time right now, so.
Yeah, on move 16. This will be interesting. They're low on time on move 16. Queen f7. I like black's play in this game so far. And now also...
okay, that's interesting. You get the c5 square now.
That makes sense.
Was actually...
But the problem is you don't get it for the knight. You would have wanted it for the knight.
But now on knight d4, you're threatening both pawns.
Oh, bishop c7 was not good then. Actually, that's clever. Maybe
what happens on bishop d6? f5, yeah, f5.
But f5 is kind of an ugly move to make. But maybe if you get e5, it's not actually.
Yeah.
And now she will probably drop back or maybe defend with queen somewhere. Yeah, she drops back. But yeah, I agree. This is the bind that you were always looking for, and you needed this.
a4, taking space on the queen side.
But now she'll go g6, and now e5 is coming, and he's not able to keep the bind. And now things are...
a6 then? e5, a6.
That's actually a very clever idea.
But now a6.
Yeah, but bishop a8 was the point.
Yeah, but now a7. Yeah, maybe taking an a7 was a bit...
e4, greedy. Yeah, but it's not so bad because... No. e4 you get the d4 square back.
Of course, but you're also threatening to take on h2, right? Or threatening.
Yeah, but that would be favorable for white because of this one.
Of course.
What is going on here? They're just playing so quickly. F c5.
Oh god. Okay.
So basically, black is completely winning on the king side. f4 is coming, so maybe g3. Yeah, g3 is a strong move, but now g5 will come. Rook b8. There's some pressure. White has zero coordination. Whoa. That just hangs two pieces. What?
Why didn't she take on c7?
What? That was... And c4 hung b2.
Okay, yeah, this is chaotic.
But this is winning
there's
for
no time
now. e3 is gonna crush everyone.
Yeah, f3.
Look at this bishop. And now she will probably G4. Press her to open here. And when you do g5, everything will be G4. Opened.
I mean, he's hanging by a thread.
He's hanging by a very, very thin thread.
Okay.
But now maybe the thread is... Okay, just don't play rook e1. Yeah, rook e2 is better.
Rook e1, yeah. I mean...
The thread has become a little
He's almost surviving. Not really, because there's queen h4 now, no?
Yeah. That's bad news. But a7, and then you can somehow try to make queen when you take on f3. I don't know. This is crazy stuff.
Whoa! I forgot that was hanging. Okay, yeah.
Okay, but how is he still surviving this?
He is.
Takes on G4, I think he's winning.
Yeah. Okay, that's strong. This looks over.
And then...
Yeah,
he just resigned it. I would have kept him. But okay. Yeah, we should keep the board.
Of course.
Right? So we have a Sveshnikov probably. Yeah.
Yep.
And he will go, d6. And then what line is Martyna gonna choose? She chooses this, probably a4 now will be played. Yeah, this is the line, obviously, that Caruana really introduced in the...
you did play this as black, no?
I've played this as black, and I have not had good results.
Great.
But I feel like Anton has kind of mixed up his move order. But I feel like Martyna is not taking care of it. Like, you should do this and then think. But they're playing on the king's side. But now probably a5 should be played.
But d6 is hanging.
That means he messed up. Because you gotta react to this one with a5, otherwise you're positionally worse. This one is coming next. Although
that's also smart because she played king h1, and that meant you can also threaten to take on d6 because there's no queen b6. But yeah, I mean,
right. So but this is a clever move because you needed to stop a5, and I feel like white should have something good here.
Can you take on e5? Is that good?
You can, but I think I will just take back, honestly, and I have no idea how to judge that position. She plays a5.
That makes sense.
It kind of doesn't, because when you trade those knights, this a5 is not really as nice a move, and black is gonna probably follow it up with b5 at some point. Basically, black's ideal scenario is b5 takes, queen takes, when the a6 pawn and the b2 pawn kind of take each other out.
Yeah. I mean, I would be expecting kind of like maybe just developing bishop b3 here.
Bishop, but it's black to move.
oh my god. Yeah.
But this one, I would have played b5 or b6 maybe even. Because now if you allow... But I guess the problem is if you go bishop e3, maybe you can take on f4 and you open up this bishop towards b2. Which could be a thing.
I like black's position here. I feel like he's got a good position from the opening.
Yeah, bishop e2 is a very mysterious move. I guess the point is that she wants to push c4.
Yeah, and also kind of...
And just take space here. Yeah, she does play c4. Now I would, if I were Anton, I would definitely consider just...
Then maybe you can...
Probably you would go queen b3 and then... I don't know, it feels like white is getting kind of close to making some progress. One move I would always be...
I mean, b4 is a bit risky because you're hanging f4, but...
I would consider rook a3. I think that's the typical way to play. Because this rook, it can be useful on b3 to target b7. It can be useful on the king side at some moment to defend. And also you step out of what you said, like you can play b4 next move without having to worry about that one. So rook e3 was definitely good.
Now you can take on f4.
You can, but
b2,
probably...
But then it's kind of a poison pawn, because b7 is hanging in the end.
Yeah, exactly. There will be some issues if you decide to take that pawn. Okay, interesting. Basically, Anton should try to win this game, because he goes down 2-0 and things are not looking great for him. So he should definitely, at least he should make a draw in this game, because I don't know what he's gonna do otherwise, honestly. Yeah, so I guess this is just an interesting fight. I understand that he's taking some time here because things are not so easy. Like, if you take this... Okay, yeah. He plays...
Now you're threatening to take on f4. That's kind of the idea, I guess.
That's a tricky move, actually, because...
I mean, he is very known for playing tricky moves. Bishop d3.
But now you walk into e4 with a tempo,
Ooh.
Which is... But even so, you drop... Okay, you would have to drop back in order to keep c4. And b2 is hanging.
Well,
rook b1. You could try to take a5 in that position. So like e4. I mean, basically, if you're gonna play e4, you should do it now.
Yeah, of course.
But also, some sort of threat here is introduced now.
Yeah,
because of
F5 is a
some.
weakness.
Yeah, so you'd have to take that back with the queen.
I mean, I would probably just G6
He plays
makes sense.
G6, but I feel like he cannot really do so much with this. I feels like you should push e4 at some. The point of having this pawn on a5 also is that black would very much like to play b6 in some moment to prevent this advance on the queen side, but now b6 is just never possible, and you can see that she's now starting to gear up for a potential c5, and if I were black, I would be a bit concerned.
You can still have the same idea with e4 take on b2, but with like g6 extra. So
but the question is,
I would have probably played rook b1 if I was white, but I don't know. Maybe she's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I would have considered queen to b3 even.
Yeah, of course.
Just protecting and also here and also placing something here. Yeah. So c5 is definitely an idea.
That's true. That's very
so queen b3 felt like a clever move. E4, he does play e4 now, but now okay, yeah, dropping there is not really an option. So you gotta go back, and he does take this like you said. But this is always a risky thing, and also you gotta say that g6. It's not clear that that's an improvement for black because
it might just be a weakness.
Yeah, because if you were to imagine a bishop going back there and a queen coming in, the pawn on g6 is suddenly.
No, suddenly, like I would be very scared after rook takes b7 to take on a5 because I mean. Queen d4, bishop c1, bishop d2.
I would be very scared in general if I were.
Yeah.
Also, bishop takes a5. You also gotta consider queen a1.
Oh, of course.
He does take it though. You also gotta consider like c5. I mean, it feels like white has something here, but it's I don't know what.
Maybe what about rook c7 here or something like that? You have to maybe
rook c7 probably should just increases the pressure with rook b1.
This is very annoying for.
He moves the bishop, but this is very, very passive. And also, she can just take this pawn back if she wishes to.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. Bishop d4. And this is what I was talking about. This g6 move probably it was probably worse. And now you can just maybe go down or maybe bring the rook over to b1. Or potentially just capture the pawn on a6. Because now you got control over this.
What? Oh,
because there's
that's tricky.
There's a rook hanging.
Whoa!
And he just
that's a tricky move. Wow.
He sacrifices the exchange.
Yeah, but could he even have saved the exchange? I don't know.
Queen f7.
But then take on d8.
Take back.
Take on c7. Or could you have taken on?
Yeah, I don't know. Good. We should probably follow this because he has like 7 seconds left.
I don't know. Oh yeah, because if you take on d8, you can take on c7.
But this is lost. Surely.
Yeah, especially with the time.
And also, this one is hanging, which is bad news. That pawn is gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, this just looks resignable at this point.
This is really, really bad news. d6, c5. c5 now, maybe. This should be winning.
Yeah.
Rook c7 maybe is simple. And then you're targeting everything. She goes rook b1. Yeah, that's also logical. And now rook c7 is going to be played. And now there's some ideas. Yeah, okay. He just resigned. So 2-0.
We don't have to flip, right?
No, we do not.
Okay, so he's going for his Ubaba London.
This is an interesting one because basically Anton has to win.
Yeah,
he doesn't win. He does look. You can see the camera. He looks kind of upset, which is understandable.
Okay, but he knows this opening by heart, and it seems like Martyna is a bit more unsure. So this is
if there's
something Anton would be happy with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but I don't know why he consistently plays this and has good results because
it's a decent opening.
Yeah, okay, so basically now there's a threat to play bishop a6 to Anton castles. What do we say about this position? I think it's pretty unclear, actually.
Yeah.
Martyna takes on c3. Actually, does that just win a pawn because on a4?
Oh, can you even defend that?
No.
c4 played immediately.
How did he play that so quickly? Is this theory? He has 304 on the clock.
Maybe he's just mad after the last game.
No, but this has to be theory.
To be fair, if bishop takes 95
and queen g4.
Ooh, and also take on c4, take on c6. If bishop b5, there's a4.
All right.
So
probably this is theory.
This might be
because there's no way he would play this. There's no way he would even think about the move c4 so immediately.
Yeah.
if this was not something he knew.
Okay, so he's got this. But why would you play bishop b5 if there's a4?
Knight c3 was already. But queen g4, this is really, really, really bad news for black now.
Ooh.
Queen g4, I think, is deciding the game on the spot.
Yeah.
Or queen h5 is even better.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
No, queen h5
queen
g6.
g6.
But queen g4 wins on the spot.
Oh, he doesn't go queen.
What is he doing? Wait. Queen g4. You gotta take on g7, rook f8.
Queen g5. Bishop g5, I meant.
Bishop g5 or bishop h6 also.
Oh yeah, bishop h6. Is
because that would force like queen e7, and then you could just take on h7.
Yeah, what's happened now? Oh, he probably saw it now, and I was like, oh no. Oh.
I think he knew the theory, and knight c3 was not the theory.
Oh, that wouldn't have surprised.
And now he's just lost, probably. Because the queen is so bad. I mean, even if the queen were on d1 now, queen g4, and I still would take white, probably.
Yeah.
Why would you play queen d2?
Okay, but I suppose it's gonna play c4 now, right?
No, but this is just horrible.
c4, pawn takes, knight takes. I would guess, I don't know. Then at least you're winning one pawn back, right?
No. How?
No. Oh yeah, you can take with the bishop.
Oh, I mean you...
takes, knight takes.
Yeah, but
bishop takes, rook takes, and then take on a5.
Okay, sure.
And there's like opposite color bishops, and like pawn structure is bad.
Sure,
maybe there's drawing chances.
But queen g4 was such... I wonder if he spotted queen g4 after.
Yeah, I think was just a bit upset that he missed it.
Yeah, because it's such an obvious win.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't go for it. He goes queen c2. That's interesting. So now
he wants to take on a4, so knight b6 is...
Knight b6.
Is gonna be
rook
played.
takes a5. There's knight d5, right?
I mean, he's like a million pawns down.
Yeah.
This is not good at all. He takes on a5, allows...
Knight d5, I guess he's gonna go rook a1, right? Or then maybe you can take on f4, take on d4. That's a problem.
This is a problem.
It's more than just a problem. Okay, so...
Yeah, he should have done his tactics instead of the opening theory. That's the conclusion. Now
Okay,
you
so
lose
take.
more pawns. Or, I mean, basically you could just take this and then maybe just castle and be 2 pawns
I would
up.
probably do that, yeah.
Yeah. And basically...
Taking on d4 is a bit unnecessary.
But you could.
I mean, yeah, you could.
Like,
You're
you
defending
could.
the c4 pawn as well, then.
You could, but it's risky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe not risky.
Maybe f5 then, and it could be...
Yeah, rook d1.
She does take. Rook d1, you're probably going to take another one. Okay, so he gives that one up as well. And she's... But the thing is, like, if she gets to castle there, it's just over.
But you have to prevent castle, right? So
But how?
maybe knight d7.
Yeah, but 97 is such a ridiculous move.
Yeah, I know.
No, but I guess he's going to get to just throw a rook up here and see what he can do. But... I mean, imagine he had won, like, all these pawns. All of a sudden, the position would have been over. Because the king would have had nowhere to hide. But now you just castle and everything is fine. And the thing is, like, even if you can probably get both of these back, realistically.
Yeah, but then you're 2 pawns down, so...
But then you're still a healthy pawn here and a devastating passer here down.
Yeah. Okay, but now queen f5? Oh no, wait, then
Queen f5 is
you can take
probably the only... Queen f5 takes...
Knight g6 checkmate.
Yeah. Knight g6 would be checkmate, so...
Okay, so not
don't
queen f5.
play queen f5, but play anything else.
Okay, but queen f6, now suddenly you can't really cast because of knight d7.
But the thing is, you can castle,
You can
because
castle.
even after knight d7, queen e7, and take...
But I mean, it's unnecessary, because maybe, like... Yeah.
Because queen g5 instead.
I would probably take an f7 here, I don't even care.
I mean, you gotta do something.
You gotta take an f7 here.
But that is just not working. Like...
Okay, but what's working? Nothing. You have to take...
you could... Yeah.
Oh yeah, h4 also.
You can play h4, because the queen is... It can't go here, obviously. So I kind of don't get the point of queen g5, because you're just forcing this h4 move, which is probably nice to have.
Of course.
Because now the queen is running a bit shorter squares.
Okay, but you have to go maybe... What happens on queen h5? I don't know.
Queen h5 is definitely playing with fire, because that one is almost trapped.
Yeah. Okay, what happens on... I mean, g4 is never gonna work.
Do you think he has something here?
I don't know. I'd probably go knight d7.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you do that, you give up g6.
Yeah.
You would like to play knight d7, prevent castle, and then... Not there, but rook e5.
But how can you even, like... Honestly, I would have still probably taken f7 instead of h4.
He does go knight
You have to go
d7,
knight d7.
but rook d8 played.
2.
Oh, now he's introducing a threat.
Ooh.
So now he's...
Wait, this is tricky.
King e7, queen d6 wins.
Okay, but queen h6? Oh,
Queen
queen d5.
d5.
Oh, that looks...
But the queen is gonna move out.
But then... Okay, yeah, I mean, you could take on d7 and probably still win, but...
You will move the queen to e3, or maybe queen to c3, targeting g7. You win g7. Yeah. He had it again! Just taking g7!
But she's gonna sacrifice...
Yeah, but then he would have gotten g7 and it would have been winning.
Okay, so now pawn takes, queen c5.
Okay, that's...
Still, this is a very impressive comeback.
And Martyna has 11 seconds.
This might actually be winning for white.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay, yeah, it's quite hard to get through with the rook f4.
Check, rook d8, you can take here maybe. No, you gotta go back.
You gotta go. Oh, he does.
But that's...
is it
not...
draw?
No.
Queen f5?
Surely not, just the king run.
Oopsie.
Not really close.
Okay, take on g7.
You can...
Oh, you can take on d5, I missed
Yeah, but this is just not a draw. I think he assumed this would be perpetual, but it's just not, is it?
But still, it's not that super easy to win as black here.
Is it not?
Remember.
Rook d7 and then just... Okay, maybe it is a bit difficult.
I mean, yeah, you have a queen and there's like 10 seconds left on the opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
And now there is
and the king is on a5.
Now you can go back to e3 and you're offering up.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to step back somehow.
Queen e4, queen e6.
The king is gonna have to step back and something is gonna have to shelter it.
Yeah.
Okay, the king's not gonna have to step back. The king's gonna go forward.
Okay, let's go.
And she's gonna use the c pawn as a blocker. c3.
Queen b1. Maybe.
The thing is, all the pieces are protected, so you can just play here, and you can't blunder
queen
anything.
a4. But maybe queen a2, yeah.
But king d3, there's no checks.
Oops.
Because queen b1, you seriously allow c2. So he
queen
plays
b3 makes sense.
But now the rook is able to enter somehow. Rook e8.
Whoa.
Or just move the king forward. c2 is coming.
Okay. Now queen f4.
But he should have won this game on
queen e4.
Queen f5 maybe
F5.
to target this. Okay, I don't really get that one.
Maybe just rook d1 and then bishop c6 or something.
She's gonna queen her pawn. But what was even the point of queen b4? Okay, now I get why you would play queen b4, but... Queen a5, king b3.
Yeah, you have to go queen a5.
But then there's
I'm
no
not
checks.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, that one doesn't really help.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, so basically, if Anton loses this game, then it will be tough.
Yeah.
Then Martyna's already forced to tie. Okay, so this is
g3 move there. I didn't know that.
Perhaps it isn't.
Okay.
Feels like this knight is kind of misplaced now. You would rather have it on b1 so you could scoop up the pawn. But basically this is a must-win game for Anton.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win now, he's in big trouble. And also, like, he had so many chances last game.
Yeah.
He had first the opening chance with queen g4. I think it's just... He should have found that one. Like, it's not difficult.
What happens on b5?
Yeah, I was also
Are you
thinking.
not just a pawn up? Knight c6.
Knight c6, I also like that one. Because now you're introducing this side.
I mean, bishop e3, knight b4.
Yeah, bishop e3 is not good. You should develop the knight, probably.
The entire point of like the a6 idea is to prevent these types of like cat lands and knight f3s and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
bad news for Martyna probably in the opening, but so was last game. And if you don't find the tactics, then you're not gonna win anyways. Especially not in these blitz format type of positions. So what is really going on here?
But I like black's position. I mean, you've got b5, bishop e7.
Yeah, I think
there's not really that much white can do, because when you've got this bishop on g2, you'd rather want it like on d3 or something to look against the king.
Yeah, like exactly. You would like to play this one, and you would like to have the bishop like spawn somewhere here, and then you would just take this and.
The bishop on g2 is kind of misplaced now. I mean.
Yeah, because you. Oh.
Yeah, I mean f4 is kind of like you don't know what to do, so you might as well just play f4. But it's not that scary actually. Just play b5.
Yeah, okay, b5 is not a good idea, because then e5, knight d5 takes knight c3.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
You can't play bishop e6 due to f5.
Sure.
And if knight b4 in that position, there was a3. So rook b8 is
rook b8, I like that.
Clever, just stepping out of this one for good. And e5 and knight. That is a move I would think twice before playing. I think that was a terrible mistake. Because now this is just gonna roll down and kill him.
Yeah.
That was really not a good idea. He should. The whole point of delaying b5 was to be able to have like knight d7 or something. This is bad news.
But is it really that bad? I mean, you got the d3 square.
Yeah, but you lose this pawn. I mean.
But knight b4.
Oh, he's true, and also this one is 9.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not sure.
I mean,
actually.
Is he gonna sacrifice the exchange then? I don't know. Maybe.
Take on e7, you don't even need to. You can take this one first.
Can you? Knight takes.
Oh, okay, knight takes. That's true. And then you would have.
But I would maybe consider f5 here.
Yeah, I would definitely consider f5 here. I like that idea.
Yeah, but still, d4 is still hanging, so.
Yeah, but
now just
then
take
f6
on d4.
was there.
I mean, you can take on.
I liked your f5 move was much better, I think.
Yeah. Now I really like black's position. I mean, you've got bishop c5, knight c2, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
and
you should probably take this one now, because bishop c5 is coming, like you said. b3, but this feels somehow...
On b5? Are you not?
Yeah, rook d8, I like that one as well. Just, if you take now, I take back, and all of a sudden I'm introducing the threats. The queen can always join on c5, and that will create some unpleasantness.
Of course.
Here. And also at the right moment, if the queen leaves the bishop, then c3 is now queen c5. I think is tempting, but maybe just go king h1 there, and it's not.
What about just b5? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess.
b5 is like a pragmatic move. You're just saying like I can never blunder anything now.
Yeah, if you take on c4, I just take with the pawn.
Yeah, let me just build up.
I mean, maybe
I like b5.
Yeah.
You could also consider maybe like a knight somewhere. Like I thought like knight f5, knight e3 or something.
Yeah. So why not just play b5 or queen c5?
But queen c5 I feel like is premature, because after king h1 I think white benefited from those moves. He plays this idea of knight
that's
f5.
interesting.
Because I like this as well, because on bc4...
Maybe you can just take back.
Yeah, I think...
You don't even have to play knight
I think that's what he's gonna do.
You might also consider like queen c5 and then play knight e3, I'm not sure.
That's
a bit risky, because, I mean, d3 is pinned, so I would probably just take back.
But that's a very interesting idea, because you can take, and then this bishop is gonna just kill the white king.
But even then, I would just... Yeah.
That should be winning, but
also queen c5, king h1, knight e3, there's queen g1.
That's
true. Kind of...
So maybe you go... Okay, he takes back. But then I feel like, why not... Yeah, but then I feel like, why not play b5 in that position and keep all the good pieces? Because if white manages to untangle, he does have the double bishops. We should remember that.
But, I mean, clearly black is better here, right? I mean, white's got a weak king that now that she's...
Yeah, but the question for Anton isn't, am I better? The question is, am I winning?
Yeah.
For sure, because he was always better.
But now 93?
She's gonna put the queen on e4. Oh, 93 is a terrible blunder, rook d8.
Oops. But what? Yeah.
You could of course play something like queen c5 and knight d4. Actually, that's a fork.
Oh,
we should remember that.
I forgot about that.
But queen c...
Bishop e6, just
but that's passive.
Yeah.
I feel like the only way you
can... better than blundering, but I mean...
Yeah, but queen c5 and knight d4 made more sense. I feel like the only way you can mess this position up is going backwards and letting white kind of take the initiative. Now you do have the option to swap into the opposite.
Yeah, and also you can go knight c4 after that. This is also fine, I guess.
But I feel like this wasn't the way to go. Now, maybe the drawing chances are increasing here. Because a pawn is only a pawn, and there is stuff happening now. Okay. And he's gonna have to go passive. Okay, so knight h6. Knight h6, f5. Bishop d5. This was really not what he should have done. The knight on h6 is killed forever after f. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't even have to play f5. You can play yeah, she just h3. Wanted to take care of knight g4 business, even though I didn't think that worked out. The problem is, even if you change this, like, that knight is just killed. Yeah. And I know Anton, he has this kind of mindset sometimes. He wins a pawn, he wins a pawn, and he... But now rook d2 is not correct. You have to remember that. Maybe... Okay, no, it doesn't work because it's rook. Yeah, I mean, obviously, probably... But wait. Rook d2, rook e2, and then knight takes f5. What happens on... knight takes f5. Are you not just winning now? So he has to find that. Oh, yeah. Now it's winning. He should win this, right? But still, I don't like the fact that he went so passive. Yeah, I mean, I'd be scared. Okay, so knight e... No? I would be really scared also, but knight h... Actually, that pawn is scary. What about knight h4? Yeah, knight h4, but king g3. Knight g6, maybe? Yeah, knight g6 makes sense. Knight f5. No way he goes for the draw. No way that he goes for it. Oh, no, you can't do that in that. Okay, but he's still not losing. He can still make a comeback here. That's the thing. Yeah, but you cannot... Yeah, he even had more time, so it's maybe a bit unnecessary. You cannot make it... Okay, so it goes for this line. I had this quite recently as black. The knight takes c4. Because but Martyna seems to be surprised. Okay, no, she takes it. And he wants like his... No, I think it's gonna take it. Now, queen a5, c3, 4, blah, 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 knight c6, queen takes c4, g6. Okay, so they're both aware of this, apparently. Yeah. I'm not. And bishop g7, queen e3 is the line. What did you say? Actually, I beat the same 2400 as Martyna did in the Rilton Cup by playing when my opponent played rook d1. And here I played a mistake. Maybe she saw that game when preparing or something. Maybe. Bishop f5 I played. This is not supposed to be good. But probably, maybe she saw your game. This is exactly my game. Bishop e3, queen a5. It's not even good for black, but yeah. He doesn't go good. Bishop e3 is the best move, I think, but yeah. Okay, bishop e2 makes sense. Because when you remember, when you go bishop e3, the black queen is trapped, apart from the fact you can go to a5. And then when you exchange the queens, the knight is kind of misplaced. Right, a5. And you can get this pawn side majority, queen side majority against these two, which that's kind of what my opponent did. And he had he had a better e5 here. I mean, you're allowing... Okay, he goes back to e7, that makes sense. Yeah, she wanted this square for the queen. Because, right, you want to keep the queens on with black, probably, because you would like to, at some point, launch the kingside attack over here. Yeah. a6 is kind of a weird move. Bishop g5 is also kind of a weird move. I don't get the point of bishop g5. I mean... Yeah, I mean, f6... It's not like the bishop on g7 is good anyway. So and the thing is, like, f6, bishop here, and then I move my bishop back and I play f5, which is what I wanted to do anyways. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure. But this also makes sense. Like, I'm not really sure what this one is doing here. Yeah. And now also e4 is kind of an idea because... it would be nice to have the bishop back on e3 now, to just go bishop c5 or something in that style. I mean, you are preventing rook d8 ideas, I guess, but... yeah. But this is not really... I still can't get over the fact that he only took half a point from those last... Actually, there's one interesting idea here. What about this? Oh, yeah. But then still f6 and then you can go bishop. But if you go... If f6, maybe you just drop back and you say okay, you made that f6 move. That was what I wanted to provoke anyways. I'm not sure how much of an advantage that would be. He goes back. Okay, I'm not really sure why. Maybe he wants to go knight e4, knight f6. I mean... Yeah, but that's a far-fetched plan. Now he's been kicked to h4, but he didn't go there. I would play bishop e6 if I were Martyna now and then just start rolling. Yeah, of course. That has to be kind of the plan. And also, I like what she's done here with this b5, because at some point you will get b4 and you'll play that minority attack, which is such a common idea against this. Although I'm not sure about rook e8. It feels like the rook could be a bit...
Yeah, I mean, you want rook on f8, right? If you want to go for that.
Yeah, it feels like it wouldn't hurt to keep the rook on f8. You could have gone with the other rook, maybe.
You kind of want to go f5, e4, and then put the knight on e5, and now suddenly the d3 square.
But I think she's signaling that she wants to do something with rook c8, and she wants this b4 mode.
I also think she wants to play e4 here, maybe, and play knight e5, knight e3.
That could be another idea.
Because that's kind of what I was planning to do in my game. It was an extremely similar position, but now she goes for bishop e6 anyway.
I think the queen is just clumsy on b3. I seriously dislike that move. Because queen c2, knight d4 is not good. You losing this bishop is...
But queen a3, bishop f8 is maybe
worse. That's probably worse. So you should go queen c2. But knight b4 wins a pawn maybe.
Oh yeah, that's
potentially.
True.
But that is a risky pawn to take. He goes queen e3, but bishop f8.
Bishop f8, b4 a5. I mean,
how do you save this? This looks really, really alarming.
Okay, b4.
But
to be fair, a5 maybe you can take on b5.
But you can't take, and then the rook.
Oh yeah.
On a2.
Okay, this looks not good at all.
Yeah, I mean, the truth for Anton is he only took half a point from the two last games where he should have had 2 probably.
Yeah.
And obviously that will backfire because there comes more games and suddenly you get a bad position from the opening and now he's being punished for not taking chances. I think Martyna's played excellently.
Yeah.
She's really she's really taking her chances. And now also with this bishop f8, a5, things are looking bad for Anton. And remember, if Martyna wins this game, the match is over.
Yes.
And she's won with
4.5 to half.
Which is, really a large margin.
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
No, that was just when we refreshed. So let's see what Anton comes up with. I like this move though, because it's time
generate some sort of
it's time to get desperate. things are bad. This queen is gonna resurface here. You need this knight f6 move. So I like that one. Probably you can always
take on b4, knight f6.
Yeah, and that's true. And then you take this anyways because you get a threat to the queen. So actually, knight e4 is a really good move.
Ooh,
that's
what are you even gonna do here as well? Black, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps you just move the rook. But that's scary because the king is a little weak.
Yeah,
and that's obviously.
No, but for example, I mean.
Yeah, she plays rook b8.
Knight f6, king g7, queen c1.
King h8, I would go just to keep the bishop.
c4.
What?
Whoa!
He wants to get the queen over here.
That's interesting. I mean, you're losing everything, but now you don't have any defense.
He wants the queen here, I suppose. It's a ridiculously creative way to get counterplay. King h8, and now, he wants queen h4, which would be really, really bad news. Taking on e1 is probably losing. Actually, this is an amazing idea too.
Yeah.
And also with 17 seconds left, this is not easy. I think king g7 was more accurate in order to have h6 or something, or rook h8.
Yeah.
She takes there, queen h4, h5, bishop takes. King knight.
He takes with the knight.
Bishop f6.
Ooh, damn.
And you're stopping king g7.
Damn.
Oh, but she takes back. Maybe this is not checkmate.
What do you mean? How's it not checkmate?
Queen takes h5.
Yeah, I mean that's just checkmate, no?
But he's gonna check.
No, why?
But that's also checkmate.
Oh, that's a force checkmate.
Because the rook is.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Queen g5 would have been quicker.
Is this mate bishop f2?
King h1.
King h1. Maybe it wasn't even quicker because.
Yeah, she resigned.
Whoa!
She won time.
What a.
Is he gonna make a comeback now?
What a
That's
game.
an insane comeback. Okay,
Wow.
Okay, so we've got this Alekhine.
C4, what a move that was.
Okay.
C4 is...
Is knight b6 an idea of the knight c3? I've never seen that.
I think so.
Okay. I think I saw a game recently.
I think
knight takes c3, yeah.
I think the point is probably that he's arguing that usually they play c4 and now after knight c3 you've kind of placed your knight in front of the pawn, which is not ideal. And now he chips away at the center in classical Alekhine style. But on the other hand, knight c3 is kind of a free tempo, you could say.
Yeah.
But I mean, this knight always goes here anyway, so.
True.
Really.
Oh,
yeah,
h4. Bishop g4 maybe?
Martyna
or
definitely
h5,
wants
that's fine.
revenge from the... Yeah. But h5 is really a weakening move because you would imagine that a knight lands here. The pawn
I would have
comes
probably
here.
played bishop g4 instead, and at least waited with.
You should probably do that at some point now to try to use the square.
G7 also makes
I
sense.
mean, I would be scared now for like things to
94,
happen.
knight g5. I mean,
You gotta look. I mean, this is the big move. If you get e6, it's over.
yeah. You also have to remember, with the problem being when you play the Alekhine, you're moving the knight from the king side to the queen side, so your king side automatically kind of gets weakened. Because you don't have as many defenders.
This one. Oh, but that is a move I generally dislike.
Yeah, I don't think I like that either.
You want this option of e6 at some point.
Yeah.
You should give up material to get to this black king, as you said, because this knight has moved far away. So she uses this square for the bishop instead, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But now I feel like this bishop will have a decent square on g4, and d4 will be extremely weak.
I mean, I would be happier as black.
Maybe Anton has some psychological advantage now. The last game was really
so
fantastic.
she's gonna go for a long castle. I mean,
bishop g4.
Maybe he's also gonna go for a long castle.
Bishop g4. I mean, first and foremost,
long castle you can take on d4 or take on f3.
she's gonna sacrifice that pawn, I'm sure, because you cannot really hold this one, I think.
Yeah.
Without making any.
I mean, you could play d5 maybe.
You could. I think maybe you could go bishop b5. That's probably the only way. Only reason.
Wait, what happens on d5?
d5, I think you would take on f3, right?
And then take back?
And then you would just throw a knight in on d4 or something.
Oh, okay, so you prevent bishop b5 there as well. That's smart.
She plays d5 though.
But you have to find bishop.
Bishop f3 is the only move.
I mean, you could go knight b4 as well, no? Because then on bishop b5 you can go bishop d7 back.
Yeah, but bishop f3 is the typical Alekhine move. I would be very surprised if he doesn't. But he's thinking, so maybe he's contemplating this. But I don't really get why he would go there. The knight clearly wants to go either there or there.
Yeah.
I feel like bishop f3, and then either knight e5 or knight d4.
So
He does go for knight d4.
So he's arguing that this d5 pawn is kind of a weakness, and I mean, so she just defends it by playing bishop e4. But now you're leaving the c4 square now. That's very dangerous.
Oh, that is a nice move. And then you're gonna bring the rook and you're gonna take on b2.
Yeah. Okay, he gets castles. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with castling.
Maybe he's trying to provoke queenside castle, and then all of a sudden.
But now surely knight c4.
Knight c4 wins a pawn, probably.
I mean, probably.
Queen c1.
Surely you have to play knight c4 or this.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with knight c4, obviously.
You're gaining a tempo by that as well, because you have to go queen c1 to protect the h6. But you can't really take on h6 and take on b2 because knight g5.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe you can take on f3 first.
But either way, I wouldn't go for this pawn if this bishop disappeared. I feel like if you go for this pawn, you want this bishop to pressure here. That's kind of the point, because without that bishop, feels like you're gonna be attacked.
Yeah.
Do you think he's considering such a move?
I did not consider that, so probably.
Okay. I'm not sure what he was considering. It took such a long time, but queen c1 is the only move, or queen f4, I suppose. But
queen f4, I mean, it's a bit risky because you're giving up the b2 pawn then.
Yeah, and there's no real advantage to having the queen here. I mean, you're not really gonna cast the queen side incredibly.
And also then, I mean,
queen c1 played, and now I'm really interested in what will happen.
What happens if you like?
Do you think this could be a move like queen b6? I'm threatening this one.
Oh yeah.
But there's no real other point. Okay. It's just playing for tricks.
And also, what happens if you take on f3, take on f3, take on h6, queen takes h6, and then take on b2?
Well, first of all,
a bit greedy maybe?
Take on f3, you do allow take on g7 first.
Yeah, I mean, you could take on h6 first and then take
on so if you were to do that, you would have to take here and then take here. But the thing is, I could go for something like gf3 and then introduce the idea of bishop takes g6.
Yeah, that looks very.
He now goes
f5
for
is
this
interesting.
f5.
I was thinking about that as well.
I was a bit concerned of takes, and knight to g5. That was my turn off from this.
But then just take on e4 and you're defending e6.
Oh! She plays it!
Take on e4?
Oh, that's... He's gonna I think he's gonna miss it. I honestly think he's gonna miss it, because he didn't see knight g5. And now he's gonna be like, I can't take because of the fork. He's gonna miss it. No way he finds this one. I don't think he finds this one.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No way. Okay, yeah. That's.
No, but how? How did Martina, me, and Anton all miss that FE4?
I mean, I didn't even see it at first. I was thinking about Queen C8, Queen B6, and then.
It protects the E6 square.
But now he's gonna give up the exchange.
No, he's not, because.
Oh yeah, D3 is hanging.
But I mean, essentially, he's playing for tricks because the bishop is gonna move, and now F3 traps the bishop. Knight E6 wins the queen or wins the exchange.
What about F4? Just, I mean,
I would take.
take on D3 of course first.
Maybe with this one. And then, but the thing is, does he recognize that F4 protects E6?
That's the question.
Yeah, he doesn't. He pins this pawn instead.
Okay, so 96, I suppose.
That's such a ridiculous blunder.
Yeah.
That all of us made. He's gonna.
But now he's gonna take on A6, right? And then take on D3 and take on.
No,
I don't know. Maybe not.
King H7.
But no.
Martina could.
You can force a draw here.
She could force the. Now he plays.
Now he finds F4. But now we can actually take on F. What?
But and this.
She also misses this, or maybe it's intentional.
No, but there's no way. That was just. There's just no. But you gotta remember that they're down to seconds, both of them.
Yeah, of course.
So now he's gonna start.
But surely this has to be
winning for black.
I mean, there's 95, so I wouldn't say winning, but she misses 95.
It was winning for white. I mean, the accuracy on this game cannot be high.
I mean, a lot better than a lot of other games we've seen, but Rook C maybe, and go for the.
I would not like.
Against.
Oh, this is pressure. I would not like to be black here.
Oh, now there's Knight H7.
Oh, so are we looking at the end of the match now?
It might be.
Probably. But what could have been if he would have just taken on E4? Wow. That is
really... Is he going to resign or is he going to play on?
That is...
okay.
I mean, he has to play on. He knows that if he loses, it's over. So he's going to try his best, I suppose. But yeah, things are not looking up. He's only down 1 point of material, but the problem is it's quite a good point of material.
Yeah.
It just queens, yeah?
Rook A8. But how are you going to continue here as white? I mean, knights are very tricky.
Knights are tricky, and it is blitz.
And not even blitz, it's like it's 10 seconds plus 2.
So she plays for tricks.
Okay, but now...
And Anton finds...
I feel like...
Okay, that is a good idea. Try to swap the rooks. And that was not my intention. Actually, how do you win this? It's not so... Okay, but F4 is proper now.
But she misses it now.
No, okay, because this pawn was hanging. So
okay, now E5, surely?
Yeah. He's managing to pose some... You should just avoid king c6 when the rooks would be traded. Now rook b6 is the intention, so he brings the knight back. e5, you could go...
Knight c5 back?
Knight c5 back. And
do you want to take on f5?
Yeah, I think you do.
But he doesn't. Oh, he's going to take with the knight.
Or with the rook now.
Oh, damn. Wait, he's making a comeback. This might even be better.
This might be better for black now.
Wait, what if he wins? Because, I mean, Martina is fine with a draw. Because even then, I mean, she can never do...
play e4.
I don't know, but you can never lose this to black, right?
Right. I think that's why he didn't.
Incredible.
But I think he should have pushed for a
But now e4. But okay, whatever. Now e4?
Yeah, you should play e4. But I think he's scared that he's going to ruin his fortress or something if he does it.
But I mean, he's not going to lose this.
No, he's not. He wouldn't lose
now
it.
e4. Okay, knight e4.
I feel like e4 though should be played.
But he's going to play it soon.
Now he plays it.
Now king e4?
I think you have serious winning chances.
Okay, but the g6 pawn is really weak though.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't really get to... But he's gonna... And Martina has offered the draw. Is Anton gonna play on with king f6? Or king f4? But...
He's gonna play on. I mean, he has more time as well. e3 maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit risky.
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, I would have done...
Honestly, I probably would have gone to f3 and just taken the pawn.
I would have put my king on f6 and tried...
Now king e4
king
maybe?
e4... and then he's gonna
do some sort of check. Oh,
okay. He's basically saying, "I don't ever want to be able to lose to this pawn." Now it's always
that's actually very smart.
It's always a draw, and I'm gonna push h4.
Do not play h4 though, because then you're losing. Because king f4.
All right. Okay, actually, it was.
Okay, now do not play.
But you're in 6-1, like
king g6.
Yeah, but king f4.
He's still not gonna lose this, right?
No, but there is a chance that he loses one of the pawns, and that is pressure.
King h6. King f5. Okay, but now... Okay, so she's just gonna go for the draw, I guess?
No, I think she's gonna pressure with rook a1.
No, she goes for the draw.
She goes for the draw.
He's gonna win this. Come on, Anton, I believe in you.
What a comeback, though.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So he keeps it alive. He keeps his...
Wait, do we have to switch now?
No, we don't.
Okay.
He keeps his chances alive. I mean, now no draws are ever possible again. He has to win every single game.
Whew.
And he has good
It's
memories.
the same opening, yeah.
He has good memories.
There is a d5 over there, I think. Or maybe that's if you don't pick with the knight. Is he gonna go the mate line with queen e3 now? Because that's... When we analyzed my game in this, my opponent... Oh, whoa.
Wasn't this what we had?
No, we had bishop g7. I've never seen that. Because you want to go queen e3 anyway, so it's kind of useless. But it's... Queen a4, okay, I don't know. Maybe he wants to transpose. Maybe I analyzed this position after my game. So, I mean, rook d1 is transposition, huh?
No, but he had the bishop on e2.
No, he didn't. He played rook d1 castle, and then my opponent played bishop e3, but he played bishop e2.
Right.
What is he thinking, though?
Yeah, because bishop e2 would have hung c3.
Yeah, that's kind of...
So
that's a transposition now. Bishop e3, I think, is the best.
Bishop e2 or bishop e3? He goes bishop. I mean, I would have gone bishop e2 also.
Yeah, I mean...
Just castle and see what happens. But basically, he got a horrible position here last time, but then he found some outstanding... probably his best moment of the match so far. But yeah. I think for Anton, he has to be happy. He was looking at a pretty embarrassing defeat at one point. And now 2 times in a row, he's managed to...
Why is he going into this again? This is just... Okay.
Isn't this exactly what...
This is exactly the same, but I don't think bishop g5 is good.
You think he's gonna do something else now?
No. Okay.
He probably...
Okay. Bishop b6, that's interesting.
It's an interesting... Actually, that is a very interesting move.
Yeah, you're preventing rook d8.
I like that move. Yeah. I like that move. There's
you
clear intention.
b4, bishop c5 or something like that.
But also just you're preventing b5, preventing rook fd8. And you're able to just bring this one. I
would probably go e4 here now. And then go knight e5, knight e3, but that doesn't maybe work. So
but you gotta remember, you do give up that square.
Yeah, I mean, I like bishop b6. So
you could try to put the bishop here. That's a bit passive. Bishop e6 is definitely a good improvement. It's definitely much better. She plays bishop e6. This was the idea we talked about last game of trying to push these pawns towards the white.
What are you even going to do against b4 though? Because you're threatening bishop c5 and there's no good square for the rook because you want to go to d8 but it's not possible.
b4, I assume you're just going to move the rook.
Knight e2, it's a...
I like this idea because when the knight lands on e4 this time, he will have this, again, bishop c5 idea. And b4, whilst it does carry a threat, it's not a move you want to play because you do create big weaknesses.
So now on f5, I guess the idea is play knight c4 and it's kind of difficult for black to play, I guess.
She plays f5, so we'll see what date is. I would not be so sure about knight c4. Yeah. I would consider knight b3 even, just to keep that one alive that you were talking about. Although knight b3, you do move quite far away, and black is gonna start entering there. So actually, knight b3 is not good.
I would consider bishop c4.
Yeah, I would consider bishop c4. That would be my choice probably, because this bishop is a key piece in the attack for black later. And also, if you could, you would like to take and play queen c4 and then swap everything. Yeah. And be left with a fantastic endgame, especially because this bishop is so strong. If you get the queens off, this bishop will be really, really strong, taking control over the d8 square. So,
he's thinking a bit too much, I think, though.
Yeah, I mean, bishop c4 I would just go, because knight b3, that's just not what you should do.
Yeah.
Knight c4 is possible, but I feel like this bishop is just kind of... They both want to c4 square, so it makes sense to trade that one. He does go knight c4. I'm kind of not a fan of this. I would have gone bishop c4, but okay. We'll see. Maybe we try f4 now?
Yeah.
Just trying to, introduce the idea of f3 at some point.
Of course.
And also if you can get e4 in there, because you can also play e4, obviously. But then, do you think he wants just knight d6, bishop c5?
Yeah, that was kind of the plan I thought when I was thinking about knight c4.
Yeah, that would be nice. I agree about that. I would just... Okay, she plays e4.
Oh, knight d6, maybe bishop e5, I guess.
I think bishop there, and if bishop c5, you're just gonna...
Queen g5, queen
you're gonna go somewhere, and this attack is getting scary. This is why we wanted the queens off the board, and also these bishops. Because f4, f3 is gonna come with a tempo, and also this bit, which would not have been the case had he played bishop c4, and also this bishop is gonna be strong in the attack over here. So yeah, let's see. Basically, I understand that he's thinking now, because now there's pressure and he has to win, and he is definitely aware.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna double here. Try to maybe use the bishop on the defense. His pieces are very much stuck on the queen side.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is scary shit. He walks into f4 with a tempo, but he wants to go to d5.
Maybe his knight has been maneuvering a bit too much, because when it's on f3, at least it prevents this e5.
f4, knight d5.
Take f3.
Takes f3. Isn't that very close to checkmate?
Bishop c4, and you have time to go g3, maybe?
f3, bishop c4.
Because you can't...
Oh, we've been disconnected. We should refresh.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, just when it was heating up. Okay,
yeah,
so all that happened. But you always gotta watch out now, because...
But still, just rook d1, bishop f1. Isn't that quite fine?
Yeah.
But the question is maybe if you can go knight e5, knight g4.
Knight e5 actually threatens...
Yeah,
if you go bishop b3, then queen e6 is... And so he plays there, he wants bishop f1.
And if you take on c4, which I doubt you should, because...
Yeah, then I agree.
You can take with the queen, and I mean, you were threatening bishop c5 and then go back to f1.
7 is the threat as well.
You do have the
control
pieces, but the white king is a bit weak. I would probably consider knight g4 here and try to sacrifice the h2 somehow, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, that's far-fetched.
The rook on d5 is also a good defensive piece in a sense, because it's kind of restricting the queen.
e6.
Yeah, the idea is to go queen h3.
Yeah, so bishop f1 probably, because there are no real discovered attempts. I think bishop f1 is just a safe move here, because I'm
not sure about this.
What?
That's very...
Oh no, that's such a sad way to lose.
That is so sad.
That's such a sad way to lose. When it was heating up...
Okay.
That's such a sad way to lose.
Yeah.
No. Just when the match was heating up.
Could you have taken an a8 or then... I don't know.
Just take now and take here. No, you could never take on 8, because also queen h3 was always there if you take on 8.
Yeah, that's true.
So you just made it as well. We'll see if he can come back from this, but I
don't think so, unless he wins on time or something.
Knight g4. Yeah, now it's spending, because it's increment as well, yeah. So rook goes to g2, bishop takes pawn on c3. He's gonna push, but yeah, realistically.
Time? Wait, one on time.
No, but there's no way.
There's no way. He's so close. If he wins the next one, it's gonna be a draw. That's insane. Okay, switch board. What a way to win. Oh my god. There's no way.
We just said that it was increment. Yeah. There's no way you can lose on time.
No way. Oh, Martyna's gonna be so mad. Okay, we got g6. Wait, he's playing the dragon. I can't comprehend this. Okay, what's happening? This might be a comeback.
Wait, this is not a good move.
No, that's not supposed to be good. But
that rings every single alarm bell in my entire body after that move. Because now you just do something like
breaking the center.
You're so far away from casting queenside.
She's playing really quickly, so it might be prepped. It might be some dubious
But the best you can get is transposition. So why would you do that?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe there's no trick. I'm not sure.
That is
He's still trying to go for this transposition, but
maybe she's just playing quickly because she's mad that she lost on time.
Yeah. But still. Are you supposed to go bishop e6 when there's no bishop on c4? I'm not
I think it's a very strange move. I cannot understand it. And also bishop
Usually,
c4. What even happens on bishop c4?
Wait.
No,
now you're threatening to take on c3.
Wait, this is so scary.
Wait. Okay, so a3, take on c3.
Take on b4, queen a1 checkmate.
Oops.
And bc3. Wait, is this just over?
King b1? No, king b1.
King b1, rook c3. And you gotta take with the queen, but then you walk into knight e4.
Oops. Wait.
There's no way he's tied.
Knight b4 is really strong. Wow.
But h5 was really bad because bishop c4 would have protected a2. And also, so bishop c4 was probably just amazing.
Oh, she's mad now. Wow, what a comeback from...
But okay. Bishop d4? Maybe.
What? Is that working?
And if you take, I take with the bishop, I thought. And I'm not surviving.
Oh, okay, but bishop d4, e5.
Yeah, and then I go back and then I close the
go back.
Go back, you take on c3 and then it's over.
Yeah. I think it's over after this.
Yeah, because bc3, queen a3 check is mate.
This looks not very good for white, I don't think.
There's no way that he...
If he manages to draw this 4-4,
I mean, we've seen comebacks before, like in the Sembula match, but he was so brutally lost in so many games.
This is insane, wow.
Whoa.
But he was also winning, remember that. I mean, last game he should have won. Oh wait, no, he shouldn't have won.
No, he had some games at the beginning where he should have won.
Yeah.
But the last game was so easily winning for Martyna, and she loses on time.
Oh,
in a 3+2 game. But I guess it would never have happened over the board, but I guess it can happen online when you forget to look at the clock.
Yeah, of course.
But how do you even defend? Yeah, she's desperately trying to find a way to even survive.
Yeah, I mean, she's been thinking for what, like...
She played every single opening move instantly because she was mad at herself for losing on time.
Oh, that's not a... Okay.
And now it has backfired, and...
That's why it's important to not let your emotions affect you too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chess gods were definitely not on our side in this match. Rook c3 is the threat. If bc3, queen to a3, check. The king has to go here. Queen takes a2. King c1. Okay, so she finds... Actually, that's not ridiculous.
That's interesting.
That's not ridiculous.
Let's say just take on c3. What are you going to do?
Take on c3.
You can't.
You're going to take...
But then take on a2 with a knight.
And then you're going to start running.
And then queen takes c3, king d2, take on c2.
Take on c2, and you put something in between. You got to remember, it's almost made here.
Yeah.
But also, like, this one is an option as well.
Let's say after rook d2, queen c4, you can't go to f2 because then g4 is hanging.
But I like this because it kind of gives Anton an unpleasant choice. He probably thought he was very close to winning.
Yeah.
And now he has this unpleasant choice. Do I go for...
Unless you take on c3, what else are you going to do? Are you going to take on e4?
Take on a2 is a very realistic move.
It is?
Yeah, take and you just win a pawn and you have raging attack.
And you're able to survive on the king side, I guess.
I mean, it's far from mate there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's far from mate there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like one of them is probably much better than the other, but it's difficult to assess.
And also remember, when you take on knight takes a2, knight takes a2, queen a2, now suddenly b2 is kind of... I should probably move in.
Oh, right.
You should. Maybe, remember the b2 pawn is kind of a weakness.
Yeah, so queen a1, queen b2, and then c2 is... But I think the thing is, like, in such a situation, I think it's very easy to just take the a2 pawn because you're kind of scared. Like, you want to find the easiest...
Remember, Anton has to win this. This is like, he cannot even draw. He has to win.
And like, if the position was equal, you would have just taken on c3 on the spot because it gives you winning chances.
Yeah.
But now if you have a chance to win cleanly, you kind of want to take that chance.
Yeah, of course.
But if there's one thing we've learned from all these matches, winning cleanly doesn't exist. No matter the position, you can't.
Oh wait a second. Rook takes c3, b takes, knight takes a2, king d2, queen c3, king e2. Queen takes c2, if rook d2, knight c3.
Okay, he has some other idea.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't get why he would
But this might be the same idea though. Because now...
you gotta take.
Because now it's... Wait, this is much smarter.
Take, and then he's gonna take on c...
Is he? Oh yeah, that's also...
Maybe.
Wait, how are you gonna defend after bishop takes c3?
Rook up. played. He's done a lot of material. But okay. Wait. I don't know.
There has to be some insane tactics in this game. I have to check it afterwards.
I honestly don't know. I think bishop c3 was a mistake. I think you should have done knight takes
but knight takes...
And then knight takes c3, and then you just keep this. I thought,
exactly. No, but even then, king d2, queen takes, what are you gonna do? You have to go king a2, rook, and then like queen c2.
Rook d2.
Knight c3 is just winning on the spot. Because you have to go king a1, because the f5 is open.
And queen c1.
Yeah.
Now he thought down all this time, and he missed rook d3. Is Martyna making a comeback? I would say so. Now, this is not a check you want to throw in. Now the bishop is.
Are you gonna have to take on d3 here?
I think actually there wasn't.
Takes on a2,
but there is no threat.
Yeah, I mean you're not threatening. Now
it's made. Whoa!
No, poor Anton. I mean, I guess he deserved to lose the match, but he tried. That's insane.
That is. Yeah, I told you, there's no way to win smoothly. It just doesn't.
Now I can just resign.
Winning smoothly doesn't exist.
Wow, that's insane. Okay.
Whoa. What a match.
What a match. Wow.
Yeah, that was incredible. Should we ask them if they're able to...
Yeah, sure. Should we write to them first, or should we...
Could I just talk here? I mean, are they going to hear me?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you guys hear us?
Just...
We'll see if they can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Very low volume.
That's a very low audio, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's fine.
Let's see if we can get Anton as well. Is he saying something? I can't really...
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can start with you, Anton. What did you think about that match?
No, I mean, I played horribly in the beginning, and then I got lucky with winning on time there. And then this game,
yeah.
I mean, I completely it was obviously completely winning, but I mean, I got lucky before, so I guess I returned the favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought you were gonna win there after the night before. We thought you were gonna somehow come back from that. I guess there was something after Queen H2, but it was an incredible match. What about you, Martyna? What were your thoughts?
Kinda. I was kinda mad when I lost on time, but I was like, okay, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
But I would say in this game, I mean, I was like, I'm just gonna lose it, but somehow I don't know whether there was something. Do you know, guys? Like, could he play better in the last one?
Yeah. I wonder if we have audio on this. It's very low.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
You can right click on her and turn up the audio, I think.
Oh, no, I think we can hear it, like, on the stream.
You don't hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, try speaking now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Coming is better.
It's a little better.
So, yeah, I'm wondering whether wasn't there something in the last game? Because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lose it, but...
Yeah, I mean, we assumed there was... We didn't have the computer on, but we assumed there was something. We thought probably instead of like the knight... Instead of...
Bishop c3.
Yeah, instead of bishop takes c3, we thought knight takes a2 should be made
knight a2. And after knight c3?
Sorry?
After king d2, knight c3?
Yeah, but we thought also...
Take with the queen, no?
Yeah, we thought also queen takes c3.
And then king e2, queen c2. And if rook d2, knight c3 is just first mate. And if bishop c2, I also think knight c3 is just first mate.
Yeah, I think that is first mate. So I think there was probably first mate there, but yeah, I guess it was somehow this time that loss on time was unfortunate. But yeah. But
I practiced the d4 bishop bishop f4 like for my whole life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you guys for playing. It was a really, really an exciting match. And yeah, we'll see you in your next matches.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.